Hello, my friends. I'm the Reverend George Grimm-Howell, minister of the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Hendersonville. As the calendar moves forward and the clock turns back, our thoughts naturally begin turning toward this month of gratitude. Our first gratitudes are for Jan P., who worked so hard to organize our UUFH retreat weekend at the mountain at the end of October. About 24 of us took in the mountain air, feasted on the views and the delicious food, and nurtured our spirits with meditation, yoga, forest bathing, and a Sunday morning worship with a fun Halloween theme. Best of all, this was a multi-generational weekend with a Halloween costume party and a bonfire with s'mores. This was an ideal opportunity to take a break from the worries about our democracy that so many of us are feeling. I hope you are as grateful as I am for UUFH during these troubling times to give us solace and a sense of community. Our next healing circle will be Tuesday, November 4th at 5:30 in our sanctuary. I hope you'll come to get regrounded and share with others. Our theme on that day will be gratitude. One of the things on our hearts and minds right now is hunger. With the loss of federal food assistance during the government shutdown, the crisis is becoming real, and local food pantries will be struggling to respond to the expected need. Look for more news about how we as a congregation will be helping. I know those who are struggling will be grateful for our help. Nurturing gratitude, in fact, is our overall theme for November. As always, we begin our month with new displays from our niche ministry, and Judith H. has chosen to use the cornucopia to represent this beautiful harvest season of gratitude. The origins of the cornucopia are a rich and complex tapestry of mythology, history, and cultural influence. It's evolved into a powerful symbol of abundance, gratitude, and community, and it continues to inspire and captivate people around the world, reminding us of the importance of appreciation and thankfulness in our daily lives. You'll particularly enjoy the quotation from A.A. Milne, who wrote, "Piglet noticed that even though he had a very small heart, it could hold a rather large amount of gratitude." We're grateful also for our UU siblings in Brevard at the UUs of Transylvania County. Their minister, Reverend Bob Rangillian, and I had the pleasure of exchanging pulpits on November 2nd. I believe our messages were both well received, and we look forward to finding more ways for our two congregations to collaborate to center love and justice in our region. On November 9th, during our worship service, we'll dive into our monthly theme of nurturing gratitude by expressing gratitude for our combat veterans, especially those who have come home from the battlefield with injuries, both physical and psychological. Please join us to explore this important and complex topic. Then after the service on November 9th, I invite you to stay for the special Safe Zone training hosted by Joanne M., one of our UUFH members who is also on the board of PFLAG. PFLAG has been working so hard to share with our Hendersonville community all the ways that we can be an aware ally to LGBTQ+ people. As part of our outreach to underserved communities, it's important that we know what members of the queer community need from us to feel safe and welcome in our congregation. So I hope to see you on November 9th with worship at 10:30 and Safe Zone training at noon. And speaking of the LGBTQ community, I'm very pleased to announce that our congregation will host this year's annual Transgender Day of Remembrance alongside representatives from other Hendersonville faith communities. This will be on Thursday evening, November 20th at 6 p.m. in the UUFH sanctuary. So many of you turned out last year for this important observance that honors and mourns the victims of trans violence in the past year. And I hope you will do so again to show our solidarity with the trans, non-binary, and gender-expansive community. And later in the month, we'll turn toward thoughts of the Thanksgiving holiday. This November, I would like to offer UUFH the gift of a ritual from our home congregation in St. Louis that has been very dear to me and my family over the years, the cornbread communion. This is a simple offering of cornbread made by our family ministry children and cider that celebrates the goodness of the harvest with simple tastes from the earth. This ritual, which I hope you will come to love too, also reminds us that we live and love in community. And the November 23rd Thanksgiving service, in addition to the cornbread communion, you'll hear music from our special musical guest artist, Tret Fewer. This singer-songwriter was introduced to me by our dear friends at Friction Farm. Tret will treat us to a musical service that will lift our spirits. Tret is also offering a songwriting workshop on the day before, on Saturday, November 22nd, from 2 to 6 p.m. All are welcome to sign up, even if you don't fancy yourself a songwriter. As always, look for details about the workshop and all the activities at UUFH in your weekly e-news and in the happenings insert in an upcoming order of service. I close with this blessing from the Reverend Tandi Rogers. May you notice what is quietly good. May you give thanks with your whole body, not as performance, but as deep practice, a way of staying rooted in the sacred, even when the wind picks up and swirls around you. So may it be. See you on Sunday.